I recently received some makeup from Shop Miss A. This is the palette and a few other items that I will be trying on for you. If you want to see the final results, join me. Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Well, today I am going to be applying some makeup that I received in a recent collab. It was a Shop Miss A collab, and I will link that video at the end of the end card, or at the in an end card at the end of the video. And these are makeup products that I received from Jenn, and she is from Unboxing Chaos with Jenn. Amazing lady, amazing content, so check her out. I will link her channel down below so that you guys can check her out. She chose some really nice items for me. The makeup is what I will be trying today, and the first one that I already applied is a multi-use matte eyeliner and brow gel, and this is by Amuse. It's a dark brown shade, and it says that it is just great for eyebrows and liner. It's a gentle formula, easy application, long lasting, and quick dry. The quick dry, I'm not sure if it is a quick dry, because even after a little while I was able to wipe it off with my finger and it came off fairly quickly. So I will be checking and seeing if it will withstand my whole entire shift, because I do work the evening shift today. And let me see if there's anything else in here. And I do see some things in here. I just try to see if I can give you guys more information on it. It says that it is not tested on animals. It is recyclable, so the packaging is recyclable. It does last for 24 months. And foolproof, easy to use. It was fairly easy to use. It went on really creamy. I did have to use a little more product than I normally would with another eyebrow product, but let's see how it performs throughout the day. It says dark brown. For me, it just kind of looked like a little reddish. But let's go ahead and move on to the next product in here. And the next product that she sent me was this palette. It's a beautiful palette, beautiful shades. Let's go ahead and see how this performed. I did apply my eye primer and my face primer, and I did set my eye primer already. These all seem to be shimmer, so I'm not sure if they're coming through, but they do seem to be shimmer. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch them really quick before I apply them, and then we'll go from there. That is what we're looking at. And at first I thought this was a matte, but it's not. It's a little shimmery. Not as shimmery as the others, but it is shimmery. So let's go ahead and check these out. Okay, they do have some pigment to it. That one is very pigmented, which would be this one here. So very pretty shades. I don't know what I'm going to do, but for sure I will use the lighter shimmer, which is this one here. And it does have a lot of fallout, so like I said, it's not as shimmery as the others, so it's not that buttery. But let's go ahead and get this one up on the eyebrow bone, just to start getting that in there. And I do not apply makeup traditionally the way most people would, and I do not use brushes the way they are intended to be used. So I do my own thing. Does it work for me? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's just how things work. So however it works for me is how I'm going to use them. Everyone has a different technique. It works differently for everyone. So find your style. Find a way that makeup applies for you and helps you to make the application process that much easier. So I'm going to go in with this brownish shade, which I thought at one point it looked kind of burgundy. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this one, because it is a different shade as the others. I am going to apply it on the crease line. And it is applying fairly deep, so it does have pigment. And I am tugging a little more than normal. I normally don't do that. But I feel like I'm having to this time. So it's just tugging a little more, that's all. And just bring it out. And I do clean up a little once I'm done with the makeup application, so I'm not very careful when I'm doing it. That's just what I've always done. I'm just gonna see if it will just kind of blend out a little before I go in with the other shades. And it seems to have stayed put. Not sure if it did any blending, but let's go ahead and move on to the next shades. I just lost my brush. Here it is. I knew I had seen it. Let's go ahead and go in. They both seem very similar, so I'm going to go with the darker one first on the outer corner. And these don't have any kickback, so there's nothing there. I didn't expect there to be because they are very, very creamy. And it is picking up the shade a little. It's not, this one is not as pigmented as I thought it would be, but definitely getting some color in there. But no, definitely not as much color as the previous one. So I probably should have gone with the previous one on the outer corner. I did not. So this is what I get for that. Okay, so that's pretty much what I have so far. Let's go ahead and get into the other one. And I love this brush, and everything is washed off, so I really do not remember where I received this brush. It wasn't a BoxyCharm box, but I do not remember what the brand was. I absolutely love it for shimmers because it does pick up a lot of color. And it also helps if I have to use a setting spray to be able to pick up more color. I tend to do that as well. But for some reason, this one is just not picking up. And what I'm going to do is just go in with my fingers. And maybe I will get a little bit more color with that. And I am. It is a little patchy. So there is some patchiness to it, but it's still applying. I love the shade once you build it up because it is buildable. As you can see, it is building up. So I am liking it. And on the outer corner, I am going to apply it with my fingers as well and see if I get a deeper shade with that as well. So let me go ahead and try that now. And it does pick it up a little more. Now this one here, it just did not blend out any, but that's all right. Let me go ahead and get to the other eye. And it is very, very creamy. So which is surprising that it's not as pigmented considering it is super, super soft or creamy. There we go. And as you can see, it is buildable. But you do need a little bit more product than you would normally. So there we are. Just getting the lines where they meet. And now I'm going to go in with the darker color on the outer corner, just as I did the other eye. Okay, and that is pretty much it. I was going to go under the eye, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get some payoff for it to be able to do under the eye. Maybe if I do the one shade, the brown shade, and that's probably all that I'm going to be able to do. And no, it's not picking up either. There we go. Sort of is, but it's not the shade I wanted underneath the eye. But I'm going to go ahead and take whatever I can. No, it very, very barely put any color there. But like I said, applying it with my fingers is not a bad thing. I used to do that all the time while I was a teenager, so I have no problem doing that. I know a lot of people frown on it. I'm like, whatever works for you. If your fingers work, that's what you use. And so that is it for that color. I am going to try and... No, I'm not going to mess it up. I was going to try and do an eyeliner with it, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone because 9 times out of 10 I am going to mess it up with an eyeliner. And now we're going to go ahead and get everything else applied, and then I will come back because I'm going to clean it up a little and then apply my mascara. I do have eyeliner on my lash line already. And I almost forgot to mention, this is the little headband that I also received from Jenn. And this is also from the Shop Miss A bag that she sent. Really, really cute. It does not feel too tight. It looked a little smaller than, and I thought it was going to be tight, but it's not. It's really comfortable. So it's not too tight, and it feels amazing on my head. Looks amazing too. So let me go ahead and finish off the makeup, and then I will be back, and I will apply the lippy on camera as well. So you'll get to see how that applies and what the shade looks like on my skin, because it is an out of my comfort zone shade, but I will show you all. I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. This is the look that I was able to create completely with mascara, liner, everything else. And I'm not going to show you the products that completed the look because that is not what the focus of this particular video is. The focus is everything that came from the Shop Miss A that Jenn sent me. So the first one was the palette, and that was the main one. Beautiful shades, but I also said I was going to apply the lippy on line. Before I do, one more thing, and this is by Amuse, and it is the eyebrow liner. It's an eyebrow eyeliner type liner, if that's even a thing. But I did set everything. Hopefully the eyebrows will stay, but I will definitely let you know when I do get back from work if it did or if it did not stay, and how the other products remained, which is of course the eyeshadow and the eyebrows. This I'm pretty sure is not going to stay. I do lick my lips a lot, so that's a given. But let's go ahead and go into this, and it is way out of my comfort zone. And that is the shade. Like I said, way out of my comfort zone, but I like it. I like the way it looks. It is metallic, which is why I thought it was a, that's another thing. I thought it was an eye product, like an eyeshadow when I first did the unbagging. So you will see in the video that I thought it was an eyeshadow product, but it's not. I went searching for it until I found it, and then finally, in extremely tiny little letters down here, it does say, if I can read it again, it does say liquid lipstick. So I didn't read that the first time around, but now you know. It's not an eye product, it's a lip product. I like it. It's really pretty. Is it completely me? No, I don't feel that it is. But like I said, I know for sure this is not going to stay, but I will be taking it with me and reapplying and see if what I can come up with. But I will see you all after work to give you the final review on how long it lasted, and hopefully you're still joining. I am back from work. Final thought on the products. Did they stay? Did they work? Did they not work? Here's, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the palette. This is the palette that I used, and I will show you which shades did stay and which ones did not. So these two shades at the bottom did stay on my eyelids, and this one is because it's up on my eyebrow bone, and this other one was in the crease. I kind of wanted to make it a transitional shade. It didn't work very well for me, but it still stayed on my lid, and it stayed underneath my eyes. So that's the reason that one is still there. These two shades, however, and I'm not sure if you're able to see, but they did kind of either transfer to one another, but it did remove some of the crease line, or most of the crease line. It's not there. There's no color there. And the only thing I can think of is I do have very hooded eyes, so they did rub against each other, and I think it just kind of blended it away. But this is the palette. I'm not giving up on it because I'm going to come back with a different eye primer and see if that makes a difference. I will continue testing it with different eye primers. I have discovered that different eye primers will perform differently on different palettes, even the higher end palettes. It's just something that I've learned along the way by watching, especially the MUA influencers. They play around a lot more with it, and I have picked up quite a few tips. The one I pick up most of my tips from is Karen Ann, and I will go ahead and put her link down below so you guys can take a look at her. She does amazing makeup. I love her, and it's Karen Ann MUA. But I'll go ahead and link her. This is the palette. Not giving up. I will come back with a different primer as many times as I need to. Then I had the multi-use eyeliner eyebrow gel. I did not use it as a liner. I used it as an eyebrow gel, and it's still there, not as intense as when I first applied it, but it's still there, and I will kind of explain what happened throughout the day, but it's there. This is the shade of the eyebrow gel. These are the palettes. These two are the ones that stayed. These two are the ones that did not. This is the lippy, because remember, I did do a lippy, and they're all AOA products with the exception of the gel. It's a Muse, so that was different. This one here does not move. It is going to stay. Hydration for your lips, if you're going to use this product, highly recommended, because that is probably what saved my lips with this. It didn't move. It stayed until I removed it, and I did not remove it until after we had dinner, and it stayed through dinner. So all of that was still through dinner. It was working. Not a bad deal. Now I'm wearing just the gloss, because I feel that it hydrates and moisturizes my lips. I like it. This is also one of the ones that was sent to me by Jenn. I love this. So that is pretty much my review. I will continue to play around with it. I will continue to bring you guys updates on the products, but I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, smile always. Bye.